we've got big fun waiting to be unleashed. We'll be posing some of life's most important questions. Your answers will be paired off in a no-holds-barred tournament. And your votes will determine which answers advance in the bracket. As we whittle down to our championship winner, this is Bracketeering. I'm sending the topic of our first Bracketeer devices now. Scariest name for a babysitting service. Ooh. You're all going to write 2 of your best answers. If one of them wins the whole bracket, you'll be rolling in cash. By the way, you can join the audience and play along by going to Jackbox.tv and entering the room code. Your answers are being paired off into one-on-one matchups. That means it's time to step up to the prediction table. On your device, you'll see one of the upcoming matchups for this bracket. If you can predict the answer that will get the most votes, you could win some sizable bonus bucks. The predictions are in. It's time to dive into our first bracket. What a showdown! Use your device to vote on which you think deserves to win. But don't forget, if you change your mind, you can change your vote. They left it all out on the field. Next up, 2 Titans squaring off. By a gnat's eyelid. Some players just came up empty. Let's see what tensions are mounting over in the Omega Conference. This one's looking over all. Someone got babysitting served! It's time to round out the bracket with this vicious matchup. Voters are being loud and clear on this one. That's what I call a tight race! Any prediction winners just made a killing. Before we get on to round 2, it's time to make another prediction. Hey, you got a new matchup waiting for you on your device. Predict the one you think is gonna win. The predictions are in. Let's jump back to our bracket for round 2. No contest! This could be the answer to beat, but let's check out the competition. These 2 heavyweights went back and forth, but there can only be one victor. This final matchup will determine what is the scariest name for a babysitting service. We have our first winner. That was one hell of a bracket. Let's see how the scores shook out. It's time for the blind bracket. We start with just the category. Give any age in years old. Go ahead and write the first thing that comes to mind. We'll see the real bracket title after you answer. Let's see what this bracket is really about. The best age to be when turned into a vampire. And if anybody's asking, I was turned into a vampire at the age of 49. I miss garlic the most. Time to get in those predictions. The predictions are in. Here comes trouble. This is why we do this, folks. That win was so big you could hear it the next state over. Moving on to our next matchup. One answer is showing some promise. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears we're putting to that win. Why don't we see what's going on the other side of the bracket? Former teammates, will these two answers be able to stay focused on the matchup? You will not be denied. No surprises on the prediction front. And now our last two contenders face off. Hallelujah! Before we get on to round two, it's time to make another prediction. The predictions are in. Let's jump back to our bracket for round two. Only one can come out on top. That went back and forth more than Luke and Lorelai. Looks like everyone got this one wrong. One more match to determine our finals. These answers exchanged some harsh words at the press conference. No contest. There's cash if you predicted this one. And now we finally decide what is the best age to be turned into a vampire. Victory! Let's check out that scoreboard. It's all been leading up to this. Time for the triple blind bracket. This bracket will change every single round. Here's your starting category. Name any celebrity. Who knows what crazy twists and turns this bracket will take? Time's running out. Let's see what we're dealing with. Celebrity that would be the most entertaining to officiate a wedding. Time to get in those predictions. All cash is doubled this round, so make these choices count. The predictions are in. Let's see our first matchup. A clear frontrunner. They eked out a victory! Next up. Could this be a blowout? A regular juggernaut! Let's see what's happening over on the other side of the bracket. These answers faced off last year, but will the results be the same? Rock me like I'm used to, Captain Thomas! It's time to round out the bracket with this vicious matchup. No one thought it would be this. That match had more comebacks than Liza Minnelli. Everyone bets on the favorite and cashes in. Time for a title change. Most likely to text multiple people at 2 a.m. for booty calls. Get those predictions in now. The predictions are in. Let's jump back to our bracket for round 2. The struggle is... That was a real nail-biter. The finals are just a win away from these next 2 answers. Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead! One last switch. Best person to have as your defense lawyer in a murder trial. I hope your answers still make sense. And now the definitive matchup. That's how you do it. Let's see who won it all.